Hey everybody, you ready to start the show? All right, we're gonna get ready. Hang loose. We're live on Facebook. Good to see ya. Let's get going. I'm gonna start this ready to go, and we'll get going. All right. Here we go. Hang on. I grab a quiver and my bow. It's my gearhead, don't you know? Climbing to the top with gearhead archery. Heart racing as I take aim, my spirit soaring high. As I release my arrow, reaching for the sky. In this world of chaos, I find my peace. Gearhead archery. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call Radio app. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday all across the good old USOA. Happy 4th of July to everybody. We're going to have a fun show. And we're going to get going. I'm going to go ahead and just dial up my guest right now and see if I can get him on. Lt Wayne Saunders, who's just a nice guy. You're going to enjoy this. This is fun. If you ever watch Northwest Law, you've seen him on there. So we'll go. Lieutenant Wayne?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing? Sir, I'm a grunt, man. You don't sir me. What are you talking about? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing good. Hey, we are broadcasting live on our Facebook stream. Thanks to all the folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny for helping us do that. Happy 4th of July to everybody. I was telling everybody you were on TV and one of my favorite shows, and I didn't even know that when I first called you. I didn't know you were on Northwest Law.
Yeah, I was probably wasn't one of the young, rugged guys that they followed all the time, but I was usually the boss that told them what to do. So.
You know, I still watch. That show's been off for a while. I mean, it's on reruns, but I still enjoy watching it. It's a good show.
Yeah, absolutely. It got a lot of people connected again to what game wardens do. So if you live in the city or in the suburbs and you don't interact with a game warden on a regular basis, you actually knew what they did because you were watching it on Animal Planet.
Yeah, Animal Planet. That's what it was on. Yeah. Hey, Roger, up in New York. Good to see you, buddy. Roger Wild up there. Good to see you. Hope everyone's doing well. So, hey, why don't they bring that back? I mean, have you guys ever thought? Have they called you about that? I mean, is it?
Yeah, you might be seeing something here shortly coming up. So.
Well. That would make my whole year if that actually got going because I truly love that show. So.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite episode was? Was up in New Hampshire. I think it was New Hampshire. It was either New Hampshire or Maine. Is where they do the moose. They drew the moose tags. Was that New Hampshire?
That's Maine. Maine does a big lottery type. It's almost like a carnival. It's incredible.
It's a festival, man.
It is.
Yeah.
When I started the podcast, they had the drawing at Cabela's in Scarborough, and I went up for that event with my podcast, and yeah, it was the first time I actually went live, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, very festive. Cabela's rolled out the red carpet for everybody, and had all kinds of deals, and the parking lot was full of people. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be neat to experience one time. I wish I could get up there. I mean, it's hard for the residents to draw tags. I think, isn't it? I mean, is it? How many times in your life can you draw a moose tag as a Maine resident?
I don't think there's a limit on a Maine resident. I don't think there's a limit on a non-resident. It's just like after you get selected, it's 3 to 5 years you can't put back in.
Okay. So you got a chance of getting one then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, and I would put in for it now rather than later because our moose herd is taking it on the chin because of the ticks and winter tick, and they get ticks winter on moose, and then they suck all the blood out of them, and they're dropping like flies. And
wow, that's awful.
Our moose population is plummeting. It did it in New Hampshire, and Maine's having the same effects in their southern herd. Their northern herd looks fairly good. So, because with less winter, that's what kills the ticks through the winter.
Yeah.
Cold extremes.
Chris, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you in Pennsylvania. Daryl down in Oklahoma. Good to see you. Thank you. Shane, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for watching today. I appreciate you all. That's good. Man, that's sad because when I first started hunting, I used to go up to Minnesota quite a bit and go bear hunting, bow hunting bears, and I'd always see moose running around in the swamps and stuff. And now I haven't drawn a bear tag in probably eight or 9 years now. It's been a while because it takes you forever to draw a Minnesota. You used to be able to go every year, Wayne, and
Yeah.
they cut the tags, and it takes you 4, 5, 6 years according to the unit that you apply to. But I heard the moose population in Upper Minnesota is not doing so good either.
Yeah. Nope. Same thing. We're all experiencing it for sure.
Yeah, they blame that on the brain worm. I blame that on the wolves, but we won't get into that.
Yeah. Or we will.
Well, you want to talk about that because I don't want to cause you any problems because I'm sure you still got a lot of conservation buddies, but it's just, I mean, the wolves are out of hand up there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's out of my expertise for sure. That we don't have wolves on the East Coast. I never say never as a game warden. The day I say never, is the day that we have. Oh, it's funny. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys don't get them. That's crazy. What have you been up to? What have you been up to? We haven't had you on the show in a while. What you been doing? Running around the country, or what are you doing?
Right now I'm sitting on the top of my mountain on my property. ATV just drove by. So.
On your property?
Yeah. Which, as you can imagine.
They're trespassing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad when you're trespassing on a game warden's property. Did you get the description? Did you get the ATV type and model and year? Did you see if it was registered? I'm just trying to help you.
I am sure it won't be hard to track them down.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. That was a good podcast, buddy. Thank you for listening to that. Hey, Tony, what's going on? I'm sure you're going to be calling somebody after they get off the air here pretty quick, aren't you?
Yeah.
I
don't mind people coming on my property, but I don't like the ATVs out here.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, you teach too. What do you teach at college?
So I teach Introduction to Criminal Justice,
yeah,
and I teach conservation law. So I'm the conservation law coordinator for our community college up here at the White Mountains.
Oh, so you're actually helping with the next generation of game wardens then?
I am.
That's awesome. That's going to be pretty neat for you.
Right. Yeah, it is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that. I have one of my students that has graduated. He is now a deputy for Maine. He's over in the Maine, working for Maine Warden Service as a deputy on Sebago Lake. So, big lake, so they need a little extra enforcement out there. And they hired him. So they hire about 2 or 3, I think, over the summer. And 80% of those people hired become full-time Maine game wardens. So my fingers are crossed. He will be my first student to become a game warden, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's your deer population look out there in Connecticut, New Hampshire, out in all that area?
New Hampshire has never had a really good deer population. So the southern part is better because northern winters.
Yeah.
As with most states, winters deem, but the deer population is so hard winter kills all the deer. So, and that's what happens here in northern New Hampshire too. So, you have a hard winter and it's hard hunting next year for sure. So the more southern you go, the better the deer population. But we only kill probably between 12 and 14,000 a year.
Well, you guys are a pretty small state. I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying population-wise and, the topography, it's not one of the bigger states. And is it harder for people to get on to find places to go bear, turkey, and deer hunting up there?
No, actually. The nice thing is we have a lot of public land.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, and we have what we call current use. So if your property isn't posted, people can go on it.
Okay.
So it's deemed that you get a discount in your taxes, 20% for recreation. So, and you don't have to have ATVs on your property.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, can you use an ATV on that, or you just have to walk in?
Nope, you have to walk in. So It's traditional, hunting, fishing, hiking, wildlife watching. ATV, you always need written landowner permission in most of the New England states. But we do have a lot of ATV trails around.
Well, you got a lot of snowmobile trails too, or is that the same thing? They just multi-use.
Yes and no,
Yeah.
but some things snowmobiles can go over. Yeah, ATVs can't. So in the winter it freezes up, and the snowmobile trail will go right straight across the swamp, and you certainly can't do that in the spring.
Yeah. Hey, Scotty Mueller, good to see you in Oklahoma. Appreciate you watching tonight. Thank you. So that's cool. Hey, what I was watching or heard something, and I don't know, Wayne. This could have been from a couple of years ago, but there was a lady that disappeared, and everybody was looking for her, and they found her like 100 yards off the trail or whatever. She expired. Does that happen a lot out there? People get out there on them trails and just get disoriented.
It happens more often than you would think it would.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are they that rugged out there, or they just get turned around?
It is pretty dang rugged. So we have wilderness areas in New Hampshire and in Maine, and yeah, the AT runs right through them. So in that case, I think she went off to do a campsite, and then going to find her trail. So.
Well, now don't you guys have like little like every couple of miles or whatever, there's like a little lean-to or something that you guys build shelters there for the hikers? Isn't there like that?
Yeah.
So
Yes, there'll be lean-tos along the way that you can stay at on the AT, and yeah, it's pretty nice. So,
that's the Androndax, right?
Actually, it's the Appalachian Trail. The
Appalachian Trail. Okay, thank you.
Georgia to Maine.
Yeah, where's the Androndax at?
New York, upstate New York.
Okay, well I knew it was out that direction somewhere, Wayne. Come on.
And there's a ton of hiking up there too, man. It's gorgeous country in the Adirondacks too.
Yeah.
Beautiful lakes, beautiful mountains, lots of hiking. Yeah, I mean it's very similar. That whole northern stretch of the East Coast is a pretty awesome place to visit.
Well, what's going on? What's prevalent for the hunting and the fishing? Anything people would like to know about? Any changes coming up out that way, or what are you struggling with?
Well, it was funny you were talking about bear hunting. You know, New Hampshire is still over-the-counter bear hunting, and our bear population is expanding.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So pretty easy to come out there and bear hunt, huh?
It is, and we get a really good population, and the success rate is really good as well. So,
is that where can you establish a bait out there, or you just have to, like Missouri, you have to go just set up on acorn ridges or crop fields and try to do that?
You can still establish a bait. We have baiting and hound hunting still alive and well.
Okay. Do you have a lot of bear hunters out there?
We do.
You do?
We do. We kill between probably 500 and I think the top was like 1,100 bears one year. So.
Wow.
So it ranges, but we kill a lot of bears, and they're constantly expanding their range. You know, heading south. So the northern zones used to have tons of bears, and now the southern zones are starting to gain. And
boy, New Jersey's lousy with bears, and there's some big bears, and there's some big bears out there.
Absolutely.
What's an average bear for New Hampshire, Wayne?
On average, you can get a 200. It's a really nice bear.
Okay. Well, that's about how Minnesota used to be. But I mean, I got some buddies of mine when they opened up New Jersey, and they were sitting in lawn chairs off a trail. That's how they had to bow hunt them. It was crazy. But they were seeing 450, 500-pound bears. I mean, they were huge.
Yeah. Pennsylvania has big bears because they have mass crop.
Yeah.
Like you said, New Jersey, you are what you eat.
Well, yeah, that's true. So what else is going on? You got anything big planned for the fall?
Oh, I've always got plans for the fall. I always, I take a trip out to New York every year to deer hunt. Yeah, so that's always pretty good. Yeah, but that's probably my annual trip, and I'm going to plan another trip with my father. He's 79. We went last year out to New York, and we're going to try to do a trip this year with family, my brother and my nephew. Try to do something like that. So try to put some more of that traditional hunting in that we all can get together. And hunting's a family tradition, and I like to talk about that stuff too. That's what I grew up doing, and kind of seems like the family that hunts together stays together. Is that kind of cheesy or what?
No, I think we've been saying that for a long time. I mean, I always say you put a rod and reel in a kid's hand or a shotgun, and you're going to just enrich their lives so much better. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I would agree with you.
Yeah, same thing.
Right, and I think it's changing. Sports is very demanding of active kids,
mm-hmm.
and then you know, they mature, they go to college, and after college, they reconnect with the outdoors, and they start fishing and hunting and reconnecting, doing some paddling, you know, some kayaking. That's one thing I'd like to do is like get the pedal kayaks, throw those in, and hit some of these backwaters and do a little spin fishing with the pedal kayak. That attracts me right now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, listen, you hang on. I got to take a real quick break. I just want to make sure I got everything. Tell everybody about Warden's Watch real quick. Tell them how they can check that out.
Yeah, so Warden's Watch podcast is available on about every podcast platform there is. Of course, Apple Podcasts being one of the popular ones, Spotify. But you can pretty much find the Warden's Watch and interviewing game wardens from around the country and around the world. They have 2 international podcasts on there, one from Scotland. They actually talked to a fisheries bailiff that covered Loch Ness. And as you can imagine, we might have talked a little bit about Nessie.
Did you talk a little Nessie? That's all right. And you should. And you forgot to say, don't forget to listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app, Dan, on Wednesdays.
Oh, and don't forget to listen to Dan on Wednesday. Sure.
Well, not to me, to you. You're on all day. All right, hey.
I'm on all day on Wednesday.
Yeah, you are. You are. All right, hang on, buddy. I'll be right back. Okay.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, we'll be right back after these fine words from our sponsors.
Vanes are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for over 50 years. Silent Night vanes are 30% thinner with a much greater taper than vanes out there. This contributes to a dramatic reduction of in-flight drag. Flex Fletch vanes also have the capability of reshaping or bounce back after pass-through shots on
What's up, everybody?
Game. This ensures consistent arrow flight every time. Flex Fletch offers a variety of colors, sizes, and styles for any archer to use in their setup. Whether it's for 3D indoor or hunting, Flex Fletch has the vane for you. To see these great vanes and adhesives like Zing or Flex Bond to get a great seal on your arrow when you fletch, go to your local dealer or flexfletch.com. Flex Fletch, proudly made in the USA, based out of Minnesota.
Hey students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college?
Everybody getting ready for some ribs and barbecue tomorrow?
College that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Mark.
Grandview University has a shooting sports program that, if you qualify, will give you a guaranteed rate for your whole education while on the shooting team. That means your cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot, why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless All-Americans and has a winning record of 4 times national champion? Grandview Shooting Sports athletes will have your ammo, uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship. If you like to shoot for the stars and push yourself, Grandview University wants to talk with you. For more information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
OnX Hunt helps hunters be more successful in the field each season, with maps of all public and private land and a fully functional GPS without service. The app, trusted by over 6 million users, has just released a bunch of new features to help you on your next hunt. New aerial imagery options like leaf off, recent imagery updated every 2 weeks with historic look back, and imagery on demand. On top of that, OnX is reinventing the
Jake? Happy
camera
4th.
market. by syncing your Hunt app with multiple cell camera manufacturers and helping to organize and analyze your photos. You can also now view your maps in Dash when driving to your next hunting location. These are just a few of the many updates OnX has for this hunting season. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership.
Adventures in the wild we roam, hearts pounding as we draw our bows. On the hunt.
All right, welcome back to the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. I got my buddy Lt Wayne Saunders on, and we're talking a little outdoor stuff. Thanks for joining us today. Happy 4th, everybody. So, what's on the menu tomorrow there, buddy? Lobsters, crab, ribs, what you got cooking?
I hope all the above. We're heading a little bit south to visit friends, and yeah, it'd be nice to have some of that.
No, I tell you what, when I was in the East Coast, I was there for a very short time in my military days. But man, getting that lobster and stuff off the lobster boats and stuff, that was some good eating, Wayne.
Yeah, it's awesome. We got a pretty good, where I live, you can be on the coast of New Hampshire or Maine in 2 or 3 hours.
Yep.
And you're in the mountains in 2 or 3 hours. That's the Gulf world. It's not a lot of places you can pull that off.
Absolutely. Hey, Rick, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Happy 4th. So what's going on with my whales out there? Are they still having problems, or are they? Did that get straightened out a little bit?
I think there's always going to be issues, but certainly some of the lobster traps have breakaway lines now. There's all kinds of new regulations coming out to help the whales. So if they get entangled, they can break away. So
well, that's good.
So they're constantly working to preserve the populations. And I don't know if you saw, we had a gray whale spotted in the Atlantic.
I did. And how long has it been since they've seen a gray whale?
200 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah. Where do you think they were? Where do you think they were hiding at?
Eventually you swim around, you end up in the Atlantic, right?
I guess. What's up, Parker Miller? Good to see you. No, it's neat to know that at least there's a small population running around. That's kind of cool. So. Right,
and our great white population is increasing dramatically.
Yeah, I would not want to be swimming out there on your beaches, man. What is that? Martha's Vineyard or Cape Cod? It's like a great white puppery. That's where they go have their babies. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. They're learning so much about great white sharks now. It's amazing, but yeah, those areas I was down when I was in college. I was all over the Cape, and all those spots that are very heavily great white shark now is places that we were fishing for blues and stripes. Never had anything like that before, and now you're seeing videos of great white sharks surfacing right near boats on the Cape. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'd rather just go chase a moose or a bear I used to love sharks, man. But the older I get, it's just like, I kind of like living. Yeah. Last time I was diving, I was out in Dana Point, California, and it was a little sharky out there where I was at, and it's like, I think I've had enough of this. It was fun, but it was, I didn't have anything really close to me. I was seeing black tips. Was it black tips or white tips? I can't remember, but they were getting pretty close. It was crazy. So
yeah, kind of neat though, isn't it?
It's neat, but I would rather be hanging around whales or dolphins or something, or a big 12-point buck.
Yeah, I was in Turks and Caicos with one of the other officers. We were vacationing together, and really clear day on the edge of the reef, and here comes this shark, and it's going to swim right underneath him. And what do? I mean, he couldn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell him, and I just watched the reaction as this. And Eric's like 6'3" or 4.
Yeah.
And this shark was as long as he was, and it went right underneath him, probably like 3 feet underneath him. And I just remember his reaction as he shakes in the water.
Yeah. I you know what? It's been so long since the only thing I can remember is you could stay down 60 feet for 60 minutes without having to worry about decompressing. And I was like an advanced open water diver, but That was so long ago, man. It was crazy, but I had fun. It was fun. Yeah, I tell you, I'm really jealous. I was out in Pennsylvania with some buddies of mine this year, turkey hunting, and the land is so cool out there. And it's just neat seeing that part of the country. I have not made it to New England, out where you're at. Is that considered New England? New Hampshire?
Pennsylvania, no.
No, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yes, absolutely.
Okay, I haven't made it out there. I need to do that. I think being out there in the fall would be amazing with all the colors and the wildlife and everything.
Absolutely, it's a great place. You got an open invitation.
Well, we're gonna. You know what? I'm gonna take you up on that. Hey, we'll work out a trade. You get me set up on a hunt out there, and I'll get you set up on a hunt in Iowa.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we'll work.
I'm assuming it'll be a bear hunt.
In Iowa?
No, for you.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. We'll work something out. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We'll work something out. Well, I got to tell you, I knew this was going to go quick tonight. What are you doing anything big besides visiting stuff? You got the rest of the summer off? Are you still teaching, or what are you doing?
We just finished up with the Northwest Throwdown, which was the Maine game wardens versus the New Hampshire game wardens. It was game 5, and New Hampshire beat Maine 11-6. So that's a fundraiser for International Wildlife Crime Stoppers, Maine Operation Game Thief, and the Conservation Officer Relief Association. So, and I ran that this year.
You did.
And it was a lot of work.
Yeah, I bet.
So, yeah, so I deserve a little R&R after that.
No, you do. You get out there. I get out there and just, you know what you could do? You could just hang at home and find out who's riding ATVs on your place.
Yeah, or just follow these tracks back. It was fun. Sitting down there, I'm like, I'm going to go to the top of, I got to look out there. You never know what I can do for free.
Yeah.
I'll get a full house on cell phone signal. I don't have to worry about losing you because we currently don't have power at the house, which is really odd. So I don't know what's going on there.
You mean you don't have an external generator?
I do.
You do,
but it's not hooked up to my laptop down in my studio.
Oh, I got you. You know what I've been thinking about doing, because we've had derechos and stuff in the Midwest. I mean, we've had nutty weather for the last 3 or 4 years, but I've been thinking about buying them ones that you see on TV where you put outside of the house, and if power goes off, you just flip it on, and it powers your whole house up. They're like $10,000, but man, I tell you what, Wayne, the older I get, I think that's a good investment.
Yeah, I got a Generac that the power goes off, it automatically turns on. It just doesn't do the whole house. It does the heating, the water, that type of thing.
It doesn't do it doesn't do everything.
Right, you can spend probably $10,000 and get it to do. I think I spent $5, and I get some outlets, some lights, but not everything.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check into that because I just think that's yeah. Because eventually I'm going to have me an A-frame cabin somewhere, and I'm definitely going to want a generator for that. Yeah.
Generators are awesome.
No, there. All right, so do me a favor, email me or text me when I can tell everybody about what's going on with Northwoods Law. Will you do that?
I can. Well, I think the Colonel just made the announcement at the Northwoods Throwdown, so I guess I can repeat it because he said it in front of everybody, but he did say the governor wasn't aware yet.
Okay.
He just signed a contract, I think, for a YouTube channel with Ingle Entertainment that did Northwoods Law with Animal Planet.
So you guys are going to definitely be back on.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to be on it?
No, because I'm retired now.
Oh, well, we'll have to get you on a retired episode. Hey, we need to, we got to get you back on there somehow. So.
Yeah, you just never know. So I'm usually the announcer for the Northwoods Throwdown and other game warden events. So maybe.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what we do. Hey, listen, it's an honor to have you on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. People love the Warden's Watch radio show. I got a ton of compliments on it all the time. So thank you for letting us run your shows on Wednesday, and I appreciate the friendship, buddy. You've been a great guy to visit with. And hey, maybe next year I'm going to be in Pennsylvania next year. Maybe if I get a chance, I'll see if I can get you an invite to come down if you're not too busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's not that far away from New Hampshire, and yeah, we'll have to do something. Come up and try to shoot a New Hampshire bear would be pretty cool.
That would be something. All right, buddy. Listen, tell everybody if they want more information about Warden's Watch, where's the best thing for them to do?
You can go to wardenswatch.com, or you can just go to one of the podcast locations, whether it's Spotify search Warden Watch, and yeah, that's about 100, and I think we just released 129 episodes, so there's a lot there. So
Okay.
great.
Thank you, buddy. You be safe this 4th, okay?
Hey, you too, Dan. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Wayne. Talk to you soon, bud.
Take care.
Bye-bye. I'm telling you right now, folks, that is one really, really nice guy. I always enjoy talking with him, and I love listening to Warden's Watch when I'm on when I'm programming the network for the week. It's one of my favorite shows for sure. That's going on. Hey, Richard Grimes was the winner for the Bait Caddy contest. I just gave away a brand new Trico walleye rod. Congratulations and thanks to Richard for helping us with that. We are doing the secret listener contest. I will draw a winner on that on Saturday. We still have the Big Pines Fishing Resort trip. Whoever wins that's going to get a 4-night, 3-day stay to the Pines Resort on Lake Winnebagosh in northern Minnesota. They're going to get a brand new Trica fishing rod, a bait caddy, some Weeby fillet knives, and some other good stuff. I think a grizzly cooler goes in there too. So don't forget to listen for that phrase that pays and email me that, and I'll put you in the drawing. I'm going to draw the winner of that at the end of August. So you still got a little bit of time to get on there. Other than that, man, there's really not a lot of outdoor stuff in the news this week. Just get out there, get the cameras. It's a great time to start doing your mock scrapes. I'm getting good pictures on my scrape out in Iowa here. I need to get more going on. What's going on with Larry and the guys? Get them up here, and we got another property. We need to get some mock scrapes. Pure whitetail. If you haven't tried it, try pure whitetail. The premium buck dust and the pre-orbital and the scrape dominator is 3 things you should get to make your mock scrapes because they do work wonderful there. If you got any questions or you need help putting out a scrape, or if just you can always email me or text me or message me, and I'll be glad to get back with you and help you with whatever I can. That is going to wrap it up for this week. I need to get out of here because we got other programming to do. I will see you on Saturday. There's no Unknown Files show tonight because of the holiday. We couldn't get a guest book, so we'll try to get back at that next week. Until then, God bless you. Happy 4th of July. And please tell everybody you can about the Outdoor Call Radio app and ask them to download it. We got a bunch of stuff in the fall we're doing. Oh, hey, real quick before I let you go, if you're out in Pennsylvania, I had some leftover Outdoor Call Radio shirts, and I let Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. We were doing that deal at the Deer Classic, and I think there was 15 of them. They took them back to PA. Chris has got them at Creek Archery. If you buy, there's XLs and 2XLs, but if you buy a shirt from Creek Archery at Chris, we're going to draw a winner. I'm going to send him an HR 500 Ozonics unit, which is what I use. It's one of the best things in the tree. You can put out there to hide your scent. You can also do your dry washing with your clothes and stuff, your hunting clothes. It's a great unit. And I also have a remote that goes in the tree with you so you can change the modes or speeds. You don't have to keep reaching up. You can just do it with the fob. So if you buy a shirt, you got a 1 in 15 chance of winning that. Whoever doesn't win is going to get put back in for another drawing for a Tacticam Reveal camera. So I'm going to send 2 things out there. It's a great prize. You got a chance of winning a great prize, and I think the shirts are $20. So go get a hold of Creek Archery. Chris is in the hospital right now, so give him a couple days to get out. He had a brownie overdose. We'll leave it at that. I got to run. I'm late. We'll see you next time, everybody. God bless you, and keep it on the Outdoor Call Radio Network.